Welcome to Pull a Pin Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise you we can give them to you anyway.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Nate, and let's pull the pin already.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't tell me my hat was all messed up. I'm sitting here like New Kids on the Block or something. Like, I don't know what.
New kids on the block wouldn't have messed up hats.
Oh, yeah, good point. Their hair would be a little perfect. I don't even remember New Kids on the Block. I don't know why I even referenced that. I didn't even listen to them.
You go see him in concert, don't lie.
Yeah, right. So what's going on, Nate? How are you doing?
Living the dream. How about you?
Yeah, that's what I keep telling everybody. Living the dream. It ain't my dream, but it's somebody's dream. So yeah, well, welcome back to another episode here of Pull the Pin Already, and this is where we're going to talk about some headlines and our perspectives of them, our opinions. We'll tell you what to think and feel and how to get all in your stuff and junk about it. You can do your own thing too, but ours is a little better. Why is ours better, Nate?
We're average veterans who've been around the world and we know everything.
Yep, and we want to just do our normal shout out, right, to Johnny, Christine. Appreciate your comments. It makes you feel like they're the only people watching. I know more people watch, obviously.
Well, they've been watching for this long. Good for them, man.
I'm telling you, at that point, if you're that committed, we might as well get you a show. We'll call it
maybe and Johnny and Christine are a married couple just watch it together and just post separately to make it seem like we have more followers.
No, that's good. We appreciate you if that is the case. But I think they're from different states, though.
I'm sure. I recall. I was just kidding.
No, that's a good thought, though, because it's probably some of my friends or family or somebody trying to support me. That's why they won't get on the show, right? I'm sorry. I'm such a pig for eating here on the show, but I'm sorry. Anyways, we're going to talk about some headlines. So I guess why don't we just do that, right?
Let's do it.
Why's my hat feeling funky here? I don't know what's going on with my hat, but that's all right. We'll get through that. All right, first one. Haley downplays prospect of third-party runs so she doesn't have to lose even more. Tell me what you think about Nikki Haley in this whole situation.
She is still in because eventually soon they're going to convict Trump of something where he can't be president, and there she is. She's in.
Right. I mean, why don't she just say that? Like, and here's the sad part. Like, here's the sad part. The plan is obvious, right? So she's really just lying to her people. Oh, I'm not dropping out. I made a promise. Like, yeah, you also promised not to run if Trump was running, right? So why do people support this person? I mean, she's already off to a bad start. Like, how are you supporting this person? You're either a diehard Trump hater.
The same way her people say, how are they supporting Trump? The same way Trump people are saying, how are they supporting Biden? That's how people just
I get that.
Differently.
No, I get that you see the world differently, but I guess herein lies the problem. There is an absolute truth somewhere. I can literally point to and show you the absolute truth that Nikki Haley said, I will not run if Trump runs, and then denounced that she was running even though Trump's running. So I guess we can speculate on the plan.
Did she announce she was running before Trump announced? So she wasn't running when Trump was running. He ran when she was running.
Yeah, but once he ran, then she should have pulled out.
Why?
Because she said she wouldn't run if Trump runs.
She was the first one in.
But she said she wouldn't.
I don't know if she was or not. I'm just making that up. So.
Well, even if she was, she still said she wouldn't run if Trump runs. So she could have easily pulled out. Now that she's even getting her ass whooped, I guess it just speaks more to me about what does she know? Like, if she's really taking a gamble that Trump's going to be arrested and not be able to run, and that she's still going to be, because I'll be honest with you, even if that were to happen, I'm writing Trump in. Like, I don't know anybody else who's going to say, oh, I guess we got to do Nikki Haley now. Like, I don't know anybody who's going to do that.
Right? How would that work if you're not eligible to be president, but yet you get voted in?
Well, he is eligible. I don't think if he's convicted, disqualifies him. Because there was a guy that went to jail in like New York or something, and he won an election.
Yeah, but not a presidential election.
So you
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. You know what? I'm an average veteran who's been around the world, know everything. So this is what's going to happen. All right. I say at the beginning of every show.
But apart from not bringing people any reliable facts they can count on, my opinion is this is disgusting. If you're a Republican and you're voting for Nikki Haley, you're not a Republican. It's just that simple. It's clearly that she's just endorsed by the Democratic Party find another Republican candidate that you like and vote for them if you don't think Trump's going to be on the ballot.
There isn't one.
Well, you can write one in, dude. I mean, I wrote it.
Doesn't Mickey Mouse get votes every single year?
Oh, probably.
I think he does.
I wrote in before, even the first time. Was it Trump's first term or first election? 16. I didn't vote for Trump.
Who'd you write in?
Um,
A real
his
person or
name.
something stupid?
No. It was a real person. It was a real
Okay.
person. It was wow. I can't even think of his name. He was a congressman.
Is that
Holy
important to
cow.
you, huh?
Yeah, right. It was crazy. It'll come to me in the middle of the show though.
Yeah, but now you got Trump syndrome, so now you're in.
Yeah, now I'm talking about something else. Well, yeah, but now I seen what he's done, and I seen what he's done with the powers fighting against him. And I'm just talking about even while he was in president, all the people in his cabinet that were going against him and stabbing him in the back. And I still see what he's accomplished. And here's the kicker. Let me just get on my Trump stand for a second, because I was having a conversation with a young kid the other day at work, and he was talking about, well, I was going to vote for Trump. I'm starting to think though, like RFK, and I'm just like, I'm telling him, like, look, I was like, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. I said, but we are in a unique position where we have never been before. I said, you don't have to like Trump, but right now, Trump is single-handedly the most powerful candidate ever in the history of the United States presidential election. Why I say that is because they are afraid of him. Why are they afraid of him? Because he can bring down the establishment that has controlled your life for years.
Why did he do it the first 4 years?
Well, he didn't do it the first 4 years because they were in his party. They were in his cabinet. So everything he did, they were either setting him up or sabotaging, going behind. Just like with the Putin Tucker interview, when Putin talked about, hey, the president came over, we did all this, and then after he left, the CIA came over and said, no, we're not doing that. So how do you succeed as a boss if the very people that are running the organization underneath you, who you think you have faith in, are going behind your back? I mean, it even happened to Joe Biden when he'd come out and say something, the people in the office be like, oh, no, he didn't mean that. So who's running the country? Biden or the people behind him or
Yeah.
underneath him? So that's the problem with American politics that I think people don't really grasp. They really think the president is running the country, but he's not. He should be or supposed to be, but he's not. It's these long-term bureaucrats, these heads of these three-letter departments. Those are the ones that have been running the country. And when you look at the whole, it's going to come out. It's unfolding right now. I know it. I don't have a headline for it because it's not done yet. But if people just be patient, have an open mind, they're going to see that all of this stuff was a setup. It was all a setup. I mean, the whole Russia gate, it was all planned just to keep the people in power they want in power. And they've been doing it for years. Dude, let's be real. They've done it in many countries as we sat there and applauded. Oh, let's take Saddam Hussein out. Yeah, he's a bad man. Oh, let's take this guy as a bad man. And let's put in our guy. Oh, let's put in Zelensky. Oh, we've watched it for years in other countries. And you think they're not doing it here in our country? Come on, dude.
And it didn't work in Afghanistan or Iraq because the country are still the way we left them.
Right.
But speaking of Russia,
Right. So NBC claims without evidence that Russia is interfering in the 2024 election.
they had to have evidence to claim it, right?
And look, I was real hesitant about this, right? Because I hate when MSNBC and NBC and CNN, when they all do that. You know what I mean? I hate when they do that because the whole Biden, Biden claims Biden's corrupt without evidence. There's plenty of evidence, dude. So I hate when they use that terminology without evidence because you obviously don't know what evidence is. So even if it's speculation, that could be sort of evidence because we have a witness. Maybe it's not a credible or verified, but that could be evidence in the sense of evidence, but not in the sense of, justifiable in a court of law evidence because they can disprove the evidence to be, or they can prove the evidence to be not true, but it is still evidence. So just say what it is. Why do you think Russia is interfering with the 2024 election? And let's be frank, Nate, is Russia interfering with our election?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
It says
And
it right there
Nate,
in the headline.
but even if the headline wasn't on the
Oh,
screen,
oh.
every other country's probably interfering with our elections because they have just as much interest in what America does as we do in other countries. You know what I mean? We have an interest in other elections, right? Isn't that what this is all about? That's the entire statement I just made in the previous headline.
So let me ask you, A question. Do you know when any other country is holding a presidential election?
No,
But our government
no,
does.
right. Because the government's over there running their elections.
Yeah.
Like it's running the outcomes of their election. We're not stupid. And that's the part that almost embarrasses me as an American. I understand fighting for our interest and protecting our way of life. I understand that. But I just don't understand why it always has to be a little backdoor game. You know, we can, if people can lobby in our country, we can lobby in their country. Why can't we just lobby? Why do we have to interfere? Why do we have to bring topple regimes just so we get our way? We've become a superpower so bad. Like, I don't mind being a superpower with your strength and intelligence, but we've become so bad that these people are power obsessed that I understand why other countries hate us. I understand it. I completely understand it.
I'm just
It's
waiting
not
for other countries to send money our way for help.
right, right, right. That's different because let's be real, dude. We're sending money to those countries, but a lot of that money's coming right back to the powers that be in this country.
I saw, I don't know if it was you, I think it was someone explaining it on TV actually, where we send $60 billion to Ukraine, right?
Hmm.
But they use that to buy our equipment.
Hmm.
So the money comes, why don't we just give them our equipment?
Right. And who owns the company that makes equipment?
American companies,
But who's invested in those companies?
politicians.
Yeah. Like none of this stuff. Like I said, you've got to be a complete moron to actually think that the country's running like it was supposed to. It was
Now,
designed to.
that's without evidence. I heard that. So I
Oh,
just
you're
want to
right.
make
That's
that
definitely
clear.
without evidence.
I
There is no
don't,
evidence of it.
that's what I heard on the,
You don't have to check any of their stock portfolios. You don't have to check any of their businesses that they're involved in because that's all public information. So you don't have to bother checking that because there's no evidence of it, right?
nope.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, really, if any citizen just did a little bit of research, we'd all be well informed. But nobody wants to. So what we do is we wait for some mouthpiece to say it, and then we decide whether we trust them or not based on their affiliation, their color, their skin, their religion, or some thing we can identify. And that's it. That's how we run as American. And I am still dead set that there are stupid people breeding much faster than smart people.
So is it just Russia's interfering? There's no other country interfering
No,
right now?
no, but you remember we fell for the whole Russia interference thing that they pushed all there. And like I said, the hard part is there some truth to it? You know what I mean? But they're trying to make it a focal point again. Like people are going to be like, "Oh my God, Trump is a Russian." Whatever, man. I'm just
Well, I wonder what Fox claims is interfering with the 2024 elections. What country?
we are. The CIA is, the
Oh,
FBI is, we
the,
are.
the USA is interfering.
Yes, the government powers are taking the power from the people. And that's really the ultimate truth of it. These people are so power obsessed, dude. So obsessed with power and control. And it's not even money. People always like to say, oh, everybody's trying to make money. Because the money will come when you have power. But even if you had no money in the world, you had power, you could command things. You don't need money to buy stuff when people bring it to you, right? I mean, that's power, right? Look at some of these YouTubers that, yeah, they may be rich, but in the end, they're getting free stuff for advertising and free this. That's not money. That's power. You know what I mean? And this whole myth about privilege and all that stuff. Privilege is closely related to power.
They say money is power, power is respect. Heard on a rap song one time.
Yeah, so it's got to be true. All right, we can move on because I'm talking about everything else but that. All right, NYPD released Georgia murder suspect before ICE could place a detainer.
Did NYPD release them or did the court system release them?
Well, I think they have a catch and release stuff. Not a catch and release. That's the border. They have the
That's,
no
that's,
bond.
that's, no, it's probably the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing, but they have the no bond thing, so they can't hold them. They
But
have
they still go. They still go into the system and then get released.
right, but they have a certain time frame, just like when we do
Yeah.
traffic
Like
stops,
I
all
said, I
that
don't
stuff.
think it's NYPD. Well, that's NYPD runs their court system too in New York City, which
Well, in the end, let's just say they went through the court system.
and they got
Maybe
released
they've
from
got
court. They still
24 hours to get them before a
yeah,
judge.
they still got released.
So once they get before the judge says, okay, this is this, they go back to the custody of NYPD. NYPD then can put a hold on them, or ICE can put a detainer on them because they know NYPD's got them, and then NYPD can hold them. But they decide not to hold them. So in the end, I guess the question is, where's the blame? And the second thing I would say is, you think ICE is really going to put a detainer on these people? What have they done so far? Like, what has ICE done with these immigrants here?
they released him before they could put a detainer, so they were working to put a detainer.
Right, before they could, but that didn't mean they were. I mean, this is probably somebody saying, "Wow, we could have detained these guys. We could have put an ice hold on them," but we didn't. Probably didn't, because ice is the same thing.
I'm guessing the GA murder suspect was an illegal immigrant then.
Yeah, of
Oh.
course, but they don't want to talk about it. There's just so many dynamics in this thing, and it's not just the not reporting the status, the illegal immigration thing, the court system, the cops, the crooked New York. I mean, there's just so much in this stuff that I'm starting to feel like we are. It's not just a single thing anymore. It's not just like, oh my God, there's a crazy trend going on. I mean, I really don't know what these cops are thinking. You know what I mean? Like, who is making decisions at the NYPD that thinks it's a good idea to release a murder suspect? You know what I mean? That obviously, if they're bound by law, right?
Their laws.
Right. But I mean, you could have easily said, "Hey, ICE, we got this guy here. You want to get a detainer? You need to do it now." You know what I mean? And maybe that did happen. Who knows? Maybe it did. Maybe the guy at ICE is like, "Yeah, I'm on lunch. Maybe you should call the FBI." You know what I mean? Like, maybe it did happen. I don't know.
He was on vacation that day.
Yeah, like, I don't know. So I'm not gonna be too hard on them because maybe that did happen. Anyways,
this happened.
All right, but this happened. U.S. Air Force member sets self on fire outside Israel embassy in protest that clearly didn't work.
I guess got two things. One, if it was a Marine, I'd believe it. But an Air Force dude, I thought they were smarter ones. And it says Air Force member. Are they active? Reserve?
I think he was in uniform. He did a video. Did you see his video?
I heard about someone setting themselves on fire, but I didn't know who. This was like whenever first, yesterday, 2 days ago, whenever it first happened. But they never said who it actually was. But
yeah,
well, I just saw maybe they might be going to a ceasefire, so it might have worked.
Well, we've had this conversation before. I know, because I've called these stupid people out because, like, I don't get it. You know what I mean?
It's like going on a hunger. It's like going on a hunger strike.
I give them credit because I prefer this over violence against other people. But I mean, in the end, dude, he's got mental problems. You light yourself on fire. Like, if you've lost all hope and suicide is the option. I don't know if we can say that word on YouTube because, well, screw YouTube. But if you've lost all hope and that's your option, and you want to make a statement on your way out, that's what some of these people do, right?
This is a good way to get a high percent PTSD on your VA claim.
Right. But he's not alive anymore.
Did he die?
I think so.
I don't think he died.
I thought he did.
I don't know. The headline don't say so, so I'm going to assume not. You assume so. We'll have a discussion.
Well, if he didn't, he's in severe pain because they didn't put it out the fire right away. Maybe I should have watched the whole video. I didn't want to watch it because it's stupid. I just watched him talking about it, saying how he's not going to partake in genocide anymore. And so can you, Nate? Okay, can you disconnect yourself as an American from your government?
Oh, hell yeah.
So do you need to light yourself on fire because that's something your government does?
If I'm lighting something on fire, it's going to be the government.
Well, we're not.
And we just got banned again from something. Hold on. So I got to knock at my door. Hold on.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Wait, they got guns drawn.
There's no knock, dude. It's coming right in on you. But you get what I'm saying, though. Like, can you not separate yourself? It's like, that's the funny thing about it. Even like when people call you a racist or when people use the N-word, can you not separate yourself from that? Like, are you really that bad that you have to immediately grab the identity of the actions of people around you? You know what I'm saying? Is that hard? I don't understand. So, but anyways, let's move on because I think that's something I got to go take care of right now.
We're not moving on, so we can get out of here.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Until next time. Godspeed.
Like, share, subscribe, send us your money. Come on, you're trying to get out of here fast.
Just pull the pin already. Yes.
Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.